Hi Juan, welcome. Do you mind just starting with introducing yourself and Bedrijfs, kind of what core mission you are and what organization you are?
Yeah, my name is Huang. I work for a company called Bedrijfsfitness Nederland, which is a Dutch company, and we have our mission to help all employees, part of a company, to start doing sports. And we do that with our network of all different types of sport locations. So it's not only gym, but also things like paddle or swimming. So a big variety of sports. We're also a part of the Epasi group, where the bigger mission is to improve well-being every day for everyone, right? And this is also the mission where we're going to head towards as well. So I work at this company as head of marketing, but I'm also responsible for revenue operations on our side.
Nice. And kind of heading towards the challenge, before working with us, how were you handling the targeting between sales, marketing, RevOps, and what specific pain points did you face in reaching the right accounts with the right data?
Yeah. So at the start of my journey at the company, I realized that we needed to have a targeting where both marketing and sales are looking at the same accounts, and we had an old list we kind of scraped together with a third party who, like, not using any specific tool, but I think they had a lot of um, they had knowledge on the industries.
Yeah.
Based on that list and internal interviewing, we figured what type of ICP definition we wanted to create. And my challenge there was to create an account list on the information that we have. I think the pain point that we realize is that it's limited to the information that we have already. So it's not really a big net that we're taking through our total addressable market and then shifting through it based on the information that we could get through enrichment. So all in all, like, I could have done a targeting based on the information we have, but I just wouldn't know how complete it would be and how personalized it would get to.
Yeah, and this kind of turning point where you needed to do this, was this because you really want to implement more ABM, or is there a specific campaign that you needed this data to be able to launch it?
Yeah. So the turning point had two sides. One is that I by coincidence, part of the growth syndicate, I met you guys and I saw what
Yeah,
was possible. And instead of, I think what you guys were doing was teaching marketing leaders on what you could do with a tool like Clay. And my thought immediately went to, instead of teaching me this, I actually have a project, and can you do that and execute it on for me? So that's one of the turning points. The other turning point is that I attended an event of our investors, and we talked about the future of marketing and also the foundations of marketing. And one of them was about ICP. And ICP consists of a couple of pillars in ICP. One is understanding who they are, but also understanding their jobs to be done, like
yeah,
their fears and dreams, understanding where to reach them, understanding the creativity you would need to get to eventually reach out to them. Um, and that started out with can we get alignment internally on the definitions of ICP, and that's where it started out with. I created a document called it's a ICP one pager that I aligned across the other departments. And based on that, I want to, okay, now I have a definition. Let's get an account list that's based on this definition, and that's also the foundation that I wanted to build marketing on top of. And before, it was just trying to, for example, on LinkedIn, build a targeting list based on the information that LinkedIn has, but
yeah.
it would never be an as accurate ICP list.
No, that makes sense. And obviously, we worked together after that. Um, and we kind of implemented, as you said, taking a ICP definition and building out enrichment workflows to find, really their address and other key ICP information that you can segment into campaigns. How do you think having this information actually changed the way that sales and marketing worked onwards from there?
Yeah. So the deliverable for us was twofold. One, on one hand, we had a more complete account list of accounts that we think fit our profile, and based on that, we would be as specific as possible for marketing. So we use it in targeting with our advertisements, for example. The other part of the deliverable was an enriched account. So more information also connected to decision makers of those accounts, and that's what mainly sales start using. Where for them it helped them kickstart an ABM campaign. So one of the campaigns that we're doing is that we're doing personalized outreach, looking at the decision maker, looking at the office location, sending them physical stuff, but also personalizing landing page and emails for them. And this is where the enriched account information helped out.
Nice. And since running that ABM campaign across sales, but also more accurate targeting in your marketing ads, have you seen results or better engagement conversion rates?
Yeah, so if we look at there are a couple of data points where I can say that we're doing well in terms of nailing the targeting. One is that the dwell time and engagement rate uh, on our um, on our LinkedIn ads is quite high. It's around, I think, 6 second dwell time, 10% engagement rate,
Yeah.
which is on the higher side. Another data point that's showing me that we're doing better is the um, average employee size per customer is also growing, right?
Yeah.
Which means that our idea was to target um, um, an ICP that would fit our profile better, and it's more of the bigger accounts, and we're starting to see those leads trickling in as well. Um, so I think those two are good proxy metrics that's showing that, hey, it's starting to work.
No, that's really lovely to hear. And kind of taking a step back in how we collaborated, how the work package was put together, how did you find that process between us?
Well, what I really liked was that you guys were really quick. I remember back in the days, I would go on paternity leave, and it was a couple of days before where I started this project, and then with just a couple back and forth, the response time was just very quick. Where I just knew that, okay, what you guys delivered was going to be good.
No, yeah, I think that's what we kind of prioritized. And lastly, looking forward, how do you see the idea of using better data or kind of automation processes within Clay? How do you think it's going to drive your strategy in growth, if you can say, of course?
Um, I I don't have a clear view yet of how
Yeah,
we can use it, because like on one hand, like, and this is not only Clay, it's the whole thing with AI where, okay,
yeah,
there are many ways on how we can use AI, and it's about what um, what setup has good returns, because we can be very sophisticated with super hyper personalized or with an automated workflow, but if it takes a lot of time to automate that, um, and for a small serviceable target audience, it just doesn't matter. That doesn't make sense. But what we could do, for example, if we target a big account, we could use AI, and maybe Clay is part of that stack, to um, gather information so that when we pitch, we know that we're talking about the right pain points, because we're sensing that already
yeah.
through the data that's out there. Like, it could be that type of setup, and maybe to Clay, it's also possible in that way.
No, that's really interesting. Thank you for your time for the testimonial, and lovely to speak again.
Yeah, nice speaking with you again.